It's time for the Las Vegas rerun event. Yorokobe, my fellow masters, for if you're in dire need of QP, then this event should be quite helpful in that regard. The event will run from May 23rd through to June 12th, so just one day shy of a full 3-week duration. To participate, you only need to have cleared Fuyuki. Newer players are welcome and encouraged to play through this event because there is a free 4-star servant obtainable. For those that played through Las Vegas last year, no doubt you already have an idea of what to expect. But for those that are either new to the game or missed out the last time, I'll be covering some event details to hopefully make things a bit easier. As mentioned, this Las Vegas rerun will provide a free 4-star servant, the SR Saber class Katsushika Hokusai. Saber Hokusai is a single target saber with an arts MP. I think she is a pretty cohesive kit overall, with her first skill providing an MP charge of up to 20% and a star bomb of up to 20 crit stars. Saber Hokusai's second skill makes use of those stars by giving her a star absorb of up to 500% for 3 turns, along with giving her a hard defense option of a one-time guts that lasts for 3 turns. Her third skill grants Hokusai a 3-turn arts performance increase of up to 30%, plus an on-attack activate buff that increases her crit damage for 3 turns when critical attacking. As for Hokusai's MP, it's an 8-hit arts attack that deals damage to a single enemy. The overcharge effect activates first and provides a 30% to 70% increase to MP damage depending on overcharge level. Saber Hokusai should be an extremely potent single target saber when paired up with the upcoming Castoria, especially since extra copies of Saber Hokusai are obtainable to bring her to MP5. I highly recommend completing this event in order to add Saber Hokusai to your Chaldea. At the beginning of the event's main story, she will join your roster on a temporary basis. And then after the main story's Part 1 epilogue, Saber Hokusai will be made permanent. The earliest this can happen is on June 3rd at 2100 PDT, when a certain point of the main quest is unlocked. Her ascension items can be obtained through the event's mission rewards. And for the duration of this event, Saber Hokusai will receive double EXP from enhancements, so try to take advantage of this to save yourself some EXP cards and QP. There are also a few missions in this event that require Saber Hokusai to reach Bond 3, reach her 3rd ascension, and complete 20 quests with her in the party. 3 extra copies of Saber Hokusai are obtained through mission rewards, and a 4th copy through a special story quest battle. For those that played through last year and already have Saber Hokusai at MP5, each additional copy from the 6th onwards will provide a rare prism sent to your present box. The Las Vegas rerun is a 100 mission type of event, with a casino flavor. So to progress through the main story and mission list, you will need to run through casino free quests and bet QP in order to accumulate QP points. Upon completing a casino free quest, you will gain the QP you bet along with additional QP on top of that. QP points will be earned based on the QP reward. It's important to keep in mind that withdrawing from these free quests or being defeated will cause you to lose the QP you bet. This applies to any event quests that require QP to enter. There will be a counter that tracks all of the QP points won, along with indicating how many points needed in order to unlock the next main quest. The QP points limit, indicated on the counter, will be increased as progress through the main quest is made. A note on the QP points: only QP acquired within the event quests or through the event shop will be counted as QP points and added to the counter. QP obtained outside the event, like the daily treasure vault quests, will not count. Losing QP or spending QP, say on servant enhancements, will not reduce the QP point counter. A total of 300 million QP points are needed to complete all the mission objectives. As more and more casinos are unlocked, you will notice the QP betting amount will increase in the free quests, thus allowing QP to obtain at a higher rate. The overall main quests are time-gated, as indicated by this release schedule for the event. On the first day, the first casino and associated free quests will be available, and then the second casino will unlock on May 24th at 2100 PDT, the third casino on May 26th, 4th on May 28th, 5th on the 30th, 6th on June 1st, and the finale unlocks on June 3rd. In addition to gathering QP points to progress, there will be certain points in the main story which will require letters of challenge to unlock a new casino. These can be purchased from the event shop, and there are 4 in total. In the order they will be needed, they are the Raccoon's Letter of Challenge, the Dragon's Letter of Challenge, the Shark's Letter of Challenge, and lastly, the Lion's Letter of Challenge. Completing the main story quest will reward you with 1 Holy Grail. Or if this is your second time playing through the event, the reward will be a crystallized lore instead. You will also net 22 Saint Quartz from the first clear rewards of the main story, plus 6 more from the event's side quests, a total of 28. Progressing through the event will eventually unlock a total of 6 casinos. Each casino will have free quests in at least 3 different nodes that require higher QP up front, plus an associated amount of AP. Using the first casino, Himeji's Survival Casino, as an example, there is a beginner node that needs 50,000 QP to enter, the regular node that needs 200,000 QP to enter, and a VIP node which requires 300,000 QP to enter. Note that as each node becomes more expensive to run, the QP drop rewards vastly increases in value. Himeji's Beginner Free Quest node has QP drop rewards ranging in 100,000, 70,000, and 35,000 values. The regular free quest node's QP drop rewards increase to 300,000, 160, 108, and 90,000 values, with the Himeji VIP node providing QP drop rewards of 486,000, 230, 140, and 120,000 values. The other casinos will actually require both higher initial QP up front and much higher values in QP drop rewards upon completion of the free quests. I just used the Himeji Casino to provide an example baseline. 3 of the casinos, Cirque de Requin, Rakuichi Rakuza, and Casino Camelot, will have a 4th node beyond VIP, called the Millionaire node. So basically, this gives you a chance to win tons of QP just from running these free quests. QP hell be gone. With that said, it's highly recommended to use CEs that increase QP drops, like the Mona Lisa, Bella Lisa, or Great Detective Fulmus. You especially want to choose a servant from your friend's support list that is equipped with an MLB copy of the Bella Lisa to really leverage these free quests QP drops. Most likely, you'll find the caster supports on your friend lists equipped with the Bella Lisa, or at the very least, Mona Lisa. And then there are the Fever quests. These are similar to the casino free quests and also have beginner, regular, and VIP nodes. But instead of AP and QP to enter, it uses fever tickets, plus the appropriate amount of QP up front. For the duration of the event, a fever ticket will be awarded as a login bonus. VIP quests will also provide a fever ticket as a first clear reward. Now, these fever quests basically have higher potential QP drop rewards. To give you an example, the Himeji VIP fever quest drop rewards value 608,000, 510, 240, 170, 152, and 150,000, significantly higher than its VIP free quest counterpart. One thing to note about fever quests is that only 1 casino a day will have them, being in fever mode. This is a daily scheduled rotation between the 6 casinos. Now for the big chance quests. These are non-repeatable and have very high stakes compared to the casino quests and fever quests. There are 4 in total. The big chance quest, Bet, which requires 2 million QP to enter and has a completion reward of 4 million QP. But as you can see, the enemies here have significantly higher HP than normal. 2 enemy Lancer servants and 1 Berserker servant, all with HP ranging from 200 to 258,000. At the start of the battle, the enemies get a buff that gives a chance to increase their MP gauge by 1 when normal attacking. This starting buff is persistent across all 4 big chance quests. The next one, called Raise, needs 4 million QP up front, but the completion reward doubles the amount to 8 million. Your frontline gets a debuff that lowers their NP gain rate by 50% at the beginning. There are also 2 caster enemy servants with 300,000 HP and a berserker enemy servant with 2 HP bars of about 350,000 each. When the first HP bar is broken, the berserker enemy will get a 10 time 10k damage cut and a 3 turn on death activation buff which gives one random enemy NP charge. Next is the Re-Raise Big Chance quest. This will cost 6 million QP to enter and will reward 12 million QP upon completion. This time, the 3 enemies consisting of 2 sabers and a caster each have 2 HP bars ranging from 350k to 511k HP. At the start of the battle, your frontline will get a defense debuff of 50%. All 3 of the enemies will each get a 10 time 30k damage cut and a 3-turn on-death activation buff, which gives one random enemy NP charge. The last of the big chance quests is aptly named All In. This one requires 50 million QP to enter, and like the others, the completion reward is double the amount, in this case 100 million QP. The enemies consist of a troublesome mix of a ruler, an archer, and an avenger, with HP bars ranging from 305k to 635k. At the beginning, your frontline will get a 5-turn 50% debuff to your star gen rate, NP gen rate, and defense. Upon breaking the HP bar of each enemy, they will receive a 10 time 30k damage cut, a 3-turn on death activation buff that increases the NP gauge of an enemy by 100%, and after 3 turns, their max HP increases to 100,000. These big chance quests are high risk, high reward. Remember, if you're defeated or you withdraw, the QP used to enter the quest is lost. So be sure you're fully prepared to tackle these quests, especially Re-Raise and All In, as they can be tricky. I would recommend having command spells at the ready and use them if needed. There is an availability schedule for each of the 4 big chance quests. Bet will be available from the start once you clear First Casino Part 3. Raise will be available on May 26th at 2100 PDT after you clear Third Casino Part 6. Re-Raise will be available on May 30th after clearing 5th Casino Part 3. And June 3rd, the All-In quest will be available after finishing the other big chance quests and completing Mission 20. A note about these quests: CEs that increase QP drops do not work here. The QP rewards are upon completion and are fixed amounts. Fortunately, to help tackle those big chance quests, there are a number of servants with an event bonus. Saber Hokusai, Berserker Musashi, and Ruler Artoria, being the main stars of the event, all get a 100% damage bonus, plus a 50% bonus to bond. The servants that get a 50% damage bonus feature prominently in the event's story, with Siegfried, Archer Osaka Behime, Lancer Melt, Rider Carmilla, Merlin, Okita J. Soji, and Fuma Kotaro being featured on Raid Up in one of this event's 3 pickup summon banners. The remaining servants that have a 30% damage bonus are predominantly summer servants from previous summer events. To further help, one of the 2 event reward craft essences, Midsummer Memories, featuring Neza and Kato Danzo giving us a cute pose, provides a 100% damage bonus to the servant that has it equipped, 200% if max limit broken. Its effect increases the performance of quick and buster cards by 10% and NP damage by 10%. The good news is that the event will provide 5 copies of this CE, so there is no need to worry about hoping for a random CE drop in order to max limit break it. 4 copies of the CE can be purchased from the event shop, while the 5th copy is a reward from completing Mission 72. There is another event reward craft essence called Demonic Sun Princess that features Suzuka Gozen looking very chill in her swimwear and showing us quite the sultry smile. This CE provides an effect of a 15% increase of bonus enemies appearing in casino free quests and fever quests. If max limit broken, this effect becomes a 30% increase. These bonus enemies are dancing coins, and they drop a lot of QP. So be sure to equip a few copies of Demonic Sun Princess in order to raise the chance of these dancing coins appearing for more QP reward drops. There are also a few missions that require defeating a number of these dancing coins. 5 copies of Demonic Sun Princess are obtainable as event rewards, 4 copies from missions 5, 9, 13, and 97, and 1 copy from a side quest in the Rakuichi Rakuza Casino unlocked after completing mission 68. Having a sure way to gain 5 copies of the CE is great news, especially for newer players, as the regular effects of the CE will make it very useful outside of the Las Vegas event. It provides a 10% increase to NP damage and a 15% increase to critical damage for arts cards, plus it has a starting NP charge of 30%. When max limit broken, this starting charge becomes 50%, and the NP damage and arts crit damage jumps to 15% and 20% respectively. It also has all attack scaling. This is actually one of my favorite CEs to use, and for those just starting out, it can be indispensable. Now let's take a look at the event shop currency and what can be purchased with them. There are Dream Chips, Miracle Playing Cards, and Lucky Dice, and they can be obtained from farming the various casino free quests and fever quests. Looking at the items available for purchase with the Dream Chips, first highlighting the Ascension materials, 10 Foreign God Hearts, 10 Cursed Beast Gallstones, and 20 Phoenix Feathers. There are 2 letters of challenge, one for the dragon and the other for the lion, and 2 Spiritron dresses for Saber Shiki, Decapitating Bunny for her first ascension and another for her second ascension. These will be available if they weren't acquired last year. A total of 5,500 Dream Chips are needed to purchase everything, 5,100 if excluding the 2 Spiritron dresses. For the Miracle Playing Card items, of note are the 20 Lamps of Evil Ceiling, 20 Seashells, and 20 Eternal Gears. There will also be Flaming Oni Lantern Plant. This is one of the new skill enhancement Ascension materials that are used in some of the newly implemented append skills. The quantity is yet unknown, but I'll be generous and assume the same as the Evil Ceiling Lamps. So 20 Flaming Oni Lantern Plants at a cost of 30 each. There is also the Shark's Letter of Challenge. And if we include the 20 Flaming Oni Lantern Plants, then to buy everything, a total of 5,300 Miracle Playing Cards are required. Lastly, the items pictured here need the Lucky Dice currency. Again, mainly highlighting the Ascension material, there are 20 Serpent Jewels, 30 Mystic Gunpowder, and 30 Heroes Proofs, plus the Raccoon's Letter of Challenge. To buy everything shown, a total of 3,500 Lucky Dice are required. To aid in gathering these event shop currencies, there are the limited craft essences that can be obtained from the event's pickup summon banners. These CEs will each provide a drop bonus for one of the currencies we just went over. There are actually 2 sets of craft essences, so I'll start with the ones on rate up with the first pickup summon banner, the one featuring Berserker Musashi. We have the limited 5-star CE Welcome Bunny showing Bradamante in a lovely bunny girl outfit, posing in an angle we've seen many times on her NP animation. Not really complaining. This CE will provide a +1 drop to Dream Chips. Its regular effects will provide a 10% increase to both arts performance and critical damage, plus it drops 3 crit stars per turn. Next, there is the limited 4-star CE Purple Eye, with art of Murasaki Shikibu looking quite stunning and right at home lounging by the pool of a Vegas luxury hotel. Having this CE equipped will provide a +1 drop to Miracle Playing Cards. And to round things out for this first set, the 3-star CE Summer Enmate, which depicts Benienma bringing little Kama some lunch no doubt prepared by the Empress of Hell's kitchen herself. A bonus of +1 to Lucky Dice will be gained when this CE is equipped. Completing the first casino section of the main story will also provide this as a reward. And there is a chance to obtain the CE from the Friend Point Gacha, albeit the odds are quite low. The second set of event CEs from the Gacha will be available with Merlin's banner. There is a limited 5-star craft essence Poolside Bar, showing Arjuna Alter enjoying a drink at a bar tended by Karna. It's nice to see them getting along here. This CE will provide a +1 drop to Dream Chips, a 10% increase to Buster Performance, NP gain, and 50% increase to NP damage are its regular effects. And then we have the 4-star CE Ladies and Gentlemen, with art of Napoleon and Sigurd, both with the drip. Along with giving a bonus of a +1 drop to Miracle Playing Cards for the event, its regular effects are notably useful outside of the event as well. It provides 10 critical stars at the start of battle and increases critical damage by 15%, along with having all attack scaling. This is a pretty good CE to have, especially if you happen to be lacking in CEs with similar effects of starting with critical stars. Finally, there is the second set's 3-star CE counting sheet, showing brothers Hector and Paris enjoying the day relaxing on a hammock. Having this CE equipped will provide a +1 drop to lucky dice, and like other event 3-star CEs, this one has a chance to be summoned from the Friend Point Gacha. The Las Vegas rerun has not 1, not 2, but 3 pickup summoning banners. Let's start with the banner that will be immediately available at the start of the event. The Las Vegas Championship Match Pickup 1 Summon. It features the AoE Arts NP wielding limited 5-star Berserker Miyamoto Musashi, who is undoubtedly one of the best NP loopers in the game. And this summer version of Musashi will only get better when paired up with the upcoming Castoria. Her NP is not the most damaging among AoE Berserkers, but rather the main appeal is her incredible NP looping potential. So if you're looking for a great universal farming unit, then Summer Musashi is very much worth considering. However, to really make her shine, I would say that MP2 for her is recommended. And unfortunately, the timing of this banner is not quite ideal, coming in just weeks away from Castoria's banner, the very Castoria that is needed to bring out Summer Musashi's potential. To be clear, it's not as if Summer Musashi can't be used without Castoria. It's just that getting her properly set up becomes far more involved. It's a tough call if you're saving for Castoria, but also want someone like Summer Musashi. So if you decide it's worth the risk, then I wish you all the best, since I absolutely adore Summer Musashi. Now for this banner's 2 SRs on Rate Up. First is Summer Osaka Behime, a 4-star AoE archer with a Buster MP. This neat turned survival game enthusiast can provide some decent utility with a party-wide attack increase and a party-wide ignore invasion. Her AoE MP also provides further utility by granting the party a 3-turn increase to Buster performance and crit damage. All in all, what I find most interesting about Archer Osaka Behime is her ability to grant a party-wide ignore evasion, something unique to her among servants. And if you don't have a main AoE archer, then she can fill that role. Although, I would say there are more preferable 4-star options out there with much stronger NP damage. The other 4-star on Rate Up is the limited rider class Carmilla. Trading in her Iron Maiden for a convertible sports car, this summer version of Carmilla brings about a fair amount of utility to the party in the form of a series of debuffs. She can seal one enemy's skills, reduce their defense against critical damage, reduce an enemy's NP gauge, debuff an enemy's crit attack chance, debuff their defense, and drop stars. While Summer Camilla won't be breaking any MP damage records among SR riders, in fact, it's quite the opposite, nor is she capable of MP looping, unfortunately, her main appeal is in the slew of debuffs she can dish out. So in effect, she is best used as a hybrid support secondary DPS option. Now, most likely if you're rolling on this banner, it will be for Summer Musashi. So summoning either Archer Osaka Behime or Rider Carmilla will probably be an incidental bonus. Though between the 2 SRs, I would place Carmilla as the more desirable overall for her suite of debuffs, including a very handy skill seal for certain challenge content. The next pickup summon banner for this event is the special Merlin banner. I say special since this banner will only be available during Sundays within the event's schedule. So obviously, the limited 5-star caster Merlin is the featured servant. This wizard, infamous for his trolling, brings so much to the table as a support caster. He can buff the party's attack, charge the party's NP gauge, protect the party with an invincibility, plus provide a significant buster buff and crit damage buff to an ally. And his MP can heal, charge MP, and generate crit stars, all for the party on a per turn basis for 5 turns. He is definitely a top tier support and will easily bring benefit to anyone's roster. If you already don't have Merlin, I would definitely recommend rolling for him, if it weren't for Castoria's banner coming up in a few weeks. So if you have to choose between the 2 for the sake of SQ, I would personally prioritize Castoria. Fortunately, Merlin will have another banner down the road, so there will be a chance to obtain him then. Sharing a rate up alongside Merlin is the non-limited 4-star Saber Siegfried. He has an AoE Buster MP that does special attack damage to dragon enemies. Though outside of his anti-dragon niche, Siegfried's NP damage is around middle of the pack among AoE SR sabers. He can get the job done if your saber options are limited, but there are other options out there that may be more preferable, like the free 4-star AoE saber in Artoria Lily that can be obtained from the Friend Point Gacha, who does comparable non-niche NP damage. So if you're rolling on this banner, it should be for Merlin, and if Siegfried also shows up, then cool. Otherwise, since he is non-limited, there is a chance for him to show up on nearly any banner. The non-limited 3-star assassin Fuma Kotaro rounds out the cast on this banner. He can fit into the role of a debuff support crit star generator, and the good news is he is also available from the Friend Point Gacha. So regardless, Kotaro will eventually end up joining your Chaldea at some point, whether rolling on this banner, the Friend Point Gacha, or other event banners down the road. Then we come to the as yet unannounced Pickup 2 Summer banner for the Las Vegas rerun. We can expect this banner to drop approximately 1 week into the event. On rate up will be the limited 5-star AoE Buster Artoria Pendragon Ruler. This summertime bunny girl version of Lancer Artoria's main claim to fame is her unique second skill, which should be getting a buff with this event rerun. In addition to resetting the command cards, the skill will now allow for one ally to be selected and have their command cards not appear for one turn. In effect, it gives better odds of more favorable command cards to appear when using the skill. Overall, this command card reset ability, coupled with her ability to grant the party up to a 50% increase to crit damage, can make for some interesting uses. Bunny Toria herself is capable of dishing out the crits with her own Star Absorb skill. Having said that, there are better ruler options available, which pains me to say. So unless she's waifu, or you're really interested in her command card shuffling, I wouldn't particularly focus on rolling just for her. Instead, I think the 4-star Lancer Mysterious Alter Ego Lambda is the main draw of this particular banner. Like Summer Musashi, this version of Mel Trillis donning a cute penguin costume is an excellent AoE arts NP looper, arguably the best among Lancers of any rarity. Summer Melt has a very good kit with a 5-turn arts performance increase, a 1-turn invincibility, a 1-turn attack buff and crit star absorb, plus the ability to charge her own MP gauge by absorbing a portion of the MP gauge of her allies. Her MP ignores defense and can even remove the enemy's evade when on a waterside battlefield, which she can grant herself. And to top it off, her overcharge effect grants 20 to 40 crit stars depending on OC level. If paired with Castoria, Summer Melt will really shine. So if you're looking for an AoE Lancer with looping potential, she is definitely worth the role in my opinion. Finally, we come to the 4-star AoE assassin Okita J. Soji. Overall, Summer Okita can perform decently for an AoE assassin, having an NP damage buff and quick performance buff both lasting for 3 turns. She even has potential looping ability with her quick base AoE MP, although the setup is very expensive, requiring you to have an MLBK scope, Scotty, plus one other 50% charger like Waver. One thing to note is that her MP has a 60% chance to stun herself for 1 turn, which doesn't actually get in the way of the next turn, but it would prevent any of her command cards in the chain from activating her after her MP. All in all, I can see Summer Okita being a viable option for those not having an AoE assassin in their roster. But if you do have other assassin options available, then I would say only roll for her if she's waifu. Here is a look at the various rewards you can get, starting with first clear rewards. Some of what is pictured here has been discussed, but ones I wanted to point out are the 2 crystallized lores and the 5 Spiritron dresses. These include outfits for Merlin, Siegfried, and Fuma Kotaro, plus simple Spiritron dresses for Summer Musashi and Sabershiki's 3rd Ascension Decapitating Bunny. If you had obtained these last year, then a rare prism will be awarded for each outfit. For the mission rewards, here's a snapshot of what you can expect. To highlight a few, there is 1 crystallized lore, a simple Spiritron dress for Summer Melt, or a rare prism if this was obtained last year, and 3 command codes. The 5-star command code Mage of Flowers, which can increase a servant's NP gauge by 10% when attacking with the engraved card. For those that obtained this last year, a rare prism will be awarded instead. The 4-star command code Brush of a Mad Painter that increases critical damage by 20% but only if engraved on an arts card. 200 mana prisms will be awarded if this was already obtained from the original event. And lastly, the 3-star command code Uki Octopus, which, when attacking with the engraved card, will remove 1 NP damage increase from an enemy, and when successful, reduces an enemy's resistance to arts attack by 10%. For the best places to farm for shop currency, Lucky Dice can be farmed in the Millionaire Free Quest Casino de Rakuichi Rakuza. It has mainly Rider class enemies, with 1 Lancer mixed in Wave 3. Potential Ascension material drops here are Chaos Claws, Soundless Bell, and Poison Needles. Millionaire playing cards can be best obtained in the Millionaire Free Quest of Casino Cirque du Requin. You'll find all Lancer enemies here. Ascension material that may drop include Divine Wine, Giant's Rings, and Stakes of Wailing Knight. And finally, the Millionaire Free Quest in Casino Camelot is the best place to farm Dream Chips. This is mainly an assassin node with a possible Lancer class Dancing Coin mixed in on Wave 3. Possible drops of Ascension material include Dragon's Reverse Scales, Night Metals, and Yggdrasil Seeds. Now, if you're wondering where the best place is to spend those Fever tickets for the most QP return, that would most likely be the Millionaire Node Fever Quest in Casino Camelot. But both Millionaire Fever quests for Casino Rakuichi and Cirque du Requin are probably on par. And in the case of Casino Requin, it has the advantage of having an all-Lancer node as opposed to the mixed classes of the other two. Well then, that was quite a bit of information to get through. Though I suppose that's expected for a summer event, rerun notwithstanding. There were actually some details I wanted to cover, but felt it may be too much for this video. So for something like the challenge quest, I'll be making a separate video on that closer to the release of the final main quest section. I certainly hope that something here was helpful to you. Please leave a like if that was the case, or if you simply enjoyed the video. And subscribe for more FGO content like this. Leave a comment if you plan to roll for anyone on the banners like Summer Musashi, or if you decided to play it safe and continue saving for Castoria. Personally, my main account will be sitting this one out, but my alternate account is going to try for a second copy of Summer Melt in about a week. Many thanks for watching, and I hope everyone enjoys the event.